Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Here's Brady to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 8 coming up. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Brady going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Throwing now is Brady.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
Sheds off the tackle. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Lance now to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. Escapes the defender. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get the...
Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Mohamed Sanu, 60 yards.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense.
He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. To throw is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down. Now Brady again. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Williams. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on, and it's 3rd and short. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the Battle of the Sea. He will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it is 42-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
156 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's brought down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Sermon will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
52, Mike 52. What's the run? They're running it.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Mostert. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 173 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They hand it off to Mostert. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On the give, this is their fullback. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And Antonio Brown yet to get back on his feet. Apparently shaking up that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Now Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Brady. Find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
And now a fumble. Brady loses loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on second and long. Brady. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. To throw, it's Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57, Mike, 57.
Shotgun now for Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Lance. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Niners are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Now Gold for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this fourth quarter. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 yards the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun, it's Lance. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Here's Mostert.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the fourth. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Brady now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Gold for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
DJ Jones in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.